I want to thank you for joining us here on KKTV.com. I'm Lauren Watson, your digital anchor here at KKTV 11 News. I'm here today with the 2024 Armed Forces Insurance Army Spouse of the Year, Kimberly Gold. Now, Kimberly, what has this experience been like so far for you?
It's been surreal, honestly. If I'm very, very honest with you, I have been so used to military spouses playing a very silent role in the military community. But military spouses, I think I'm pretty cool. So naturally, I have so much respect and admiration for so many military spouses doing amazing things internationally. So it's been really surreal to receive this accolade, this honor, and to be spotlighted. Is that a word? So publicly and loudly, and I think it's refreshing because more military spouses need to feel empowered in who they are in their own person.
That's spectacular. Now, as your own person, what sort of advocacy are you doing in the community here?
I live with depression and anxiety, and I use that word live with very intentionally because I feel like a lot of us will say, and I used to say, like, I struggle with depression and anxiety, and I feel like it is very much a part of our lives. I don't want to give it more power by saying I struggle. No, I live with it, I manage it, and I'm working to be bigger than my depression and anxiety. So mental health is something I am fired up about.
I love that. And I know we talked a little bit about it before we went live, but what sort of things are you doing to maybe pursue that goal, to push in that advocacy and use your role as Army Spouse of the Year to advocate for mental health?
Sure. So I think one of the things that coincides just so beautifully with this lives in this beautiful intersection. I'm also a board member for Kono, a wonderful nonprofit in the city, and Kono is working with the city of Colorado Springs to do 1,000 neighborhood gatherings from May 18th to September 28th, which is National Good Neighbor Day, fun fact. But the purpose is not just to have 1,000 coffees or whatever your beverage of choice is. The point is to get to know people in your neighborhood. Nextdoor did a study, and I believe it was in 2020 or 2021, and they said that knowing just 6 of your neighbors reduces your feelings of isolation and loneliness and this pandemic of loneliness that we're seeing all across America. So just knowing 6 of your neighbors can increase your odds at a more fulfilled life, a more mental health stability, and I'm so glad to be a part of that with the city and with Kono.
That's amazing. Now, I guess moving back a little bit, to the title of military spouse. You touched on this a little bit at the beginning, but what does it mean to you to be a military spouse?
I think it means to be a strong supporter of our nation, oftentimes silently and in the background, but I'm so proud to be a military spouse. I'm so proud to be military affiliated. I think we're one of the greatest countries in the entire world. We have the greatest military in the entire world, and I'm honored to be a part of that family, to be a part of that community, even when it does come with the challenges of frequent moves and underemployment or unemployment or childcare issues. I think that we're contributing to something much greater than ourselves. So I'm really honored.
That's awesome. Well, those are all of the prepared questions that I had for you this afternoon. Is there anything we didn't touch on that you really wanted to make sure that we talked about today?
Colorado Springs, we have 5 military installations, and I think we are a very, very military-friendly city. I have certainly felt welcome and embraced, and I get asked the question, like, well, what should folks who aren't part of the military do to be connected to the military? And I don't think it's some, like, donations welcome to whatever military service organization or veteran service organization, for sure. All those that's very helpful. But I think it's just about being a good neighbor. When you see that moving truck roll up and it's a military family, like, go say hi, figure out how you can be a resource, let the kids know that there's somebody else looking out for them in their neighborhood. Like, just be a good neighbor. Let's go back to some of those old school American values.
Awesome. Well, Kimberly, it's been so nice to meet you and chat with you. Thank you so much for agreeing to talk with me today for our viewers here on KKTV.com.